game audio is pretty loud for me. Sorry, I should have done my intro. Welcome everyone, we're live. It's Zenith Online Racing here in qualifying at the Circuit Paul Ricard for the French Grand Prix, round 16 of Tier 3, Season 7. I'm Arbiga, and I am joined once again by Bobby Teva. Perhaps he could pronounce the circuit properly for us.
It's sure, I can try my best.
Yeah.
Do you want Canadian French or full French?
I think you, well, I mean, your discretion, you decide.
Okay. So, ce soir, tout le monde, nous sommes au circuit Paul Ricard en France. That's going to be all we're going to do, otherwise we're going to lose audience.
I don't think anyone will tune out, but I mean, we want to appeal to the French fans because we are in France after all, so maybe there's some, you know, sim racing fans that are out there from France and they see, oh, the French Grand Prix of this league, let's check that out. And then they hear a French-speaking commentator, I think that would be, they'd be like, hey, that's alright. Not too bad. And whatever they would, however they would say that in French.
Yeah, yeah, I guess I could look up some of the corner names to have some right pronunciation, because I do not know that if there's corner with names at all.
Anyways, I've been following Grex, actually.
Yeah, he's the first on.
Yeah, that's what I assumed, because he was one of the first ones out of the pits. So, jump on board with Grex, and looks like a nice day. Like, I don't see any chance of rain out there on the track at the moment, so I would say qualifying looks clear. I don't have any news in the chat yet about the weather, so we'll see what happens. But
yeah, I'm a bit untrusty in that, because while it was forecasted, yesterday's racing T2 quality was that bright and pretty, but that was a shitty weather for a race.
yeah. I'm just gonna tweak the party audio real quick, because I did move it back the other day. I think we want to go a little heavier on the party side, just to bring our voices up a bit. That's a little bit better. Mario World, also, I think he is the leader of the championship, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm not super up to date, but yeah, that would be surprising.
Well, Grex, I'm just going to watch the end of his lap here. I'll check the standings quickly. What we've got is a pretty tight battle near the top of the standings.
Yeah, after
so
Mario, it's pretty tight. Yeah.
Mario's well out in front. He's about 96 points ahead. Or 95 even. And then we got GP with 179. He's got a, you know, maybe a pinky finger on second place right now. He's starting to lock it down. But behind him we got Costco, Jay Kelly, Palazzi, 156, 153, Grex 152, and Terminal 112. So there's a nice little group of guys there that are in contention. Really, all those guys are in contention for P2 in the standings. So it looks like Mario World's pretty much going to run away with this thing. And
yeah, so yeah, Mario probably going to run away with it. But meanwhile, Greg set the first time of the session, and a quick one. 130.2, a couple tenths ahead of everyone else so far.
Looks like almost everybody out on track has set a lap. GP's gone back into the pits. We got Crunchy Chewy Bar just started one. Let's ride with him. The Mercedes.
Yeah, while we're on board with him, a couple drivers on medium, which is not unusual. Especially on a track like this where probably going reverse strat helps you. You maybe can even afford to do a one stop on the rear strut if you're careful with your tires.
Yeah, I think based on what I saw Monday night, I would say the medium to soft works a lot better than the soft to the medium. A lot of guys went for the hard tires. They just seemed like they didn't believe in the mediums lasting. But I think you can go soft medium, but I think it's a little bit better to go medium soft, just to the length of time you're going to run into the race. Like later in the tire's life, you have a lot less fuel on board, right? So you start to wear the tires a little less, and you're not putting as much energy through it. So, nope, Mario's out.
Wow.
Where did he lose it?
He's in the pits.
Oh. Maybe he doesn't want to start,
But he's on the soft side.
Yeah, he'll get past,
It's
though.
weird to me. Yeah, it's weird to me, but...
Maybe he wants to start outside the top 10. It's possible. Crunchy Chewy goes 31.3, so that's a pretty good time. Maybe puts him into 5th. Terminal in 6th on the mediums. That's not a bad spot. We saw this a few drivers on Monday night. I think someone qualified 6th, 8th, and 10th or something like that on the mediums, and definitely worked for a few drivers. So
yeah, if you have the pace, you can get the strategy advantage for sure.
I think Terminal's doing another push lap on these mediums.
Yeah, I know he was like 1/10 behind at the end of sector 1. No,
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah, maybe backed out of it. It looked like he was pushing at one point.
And I'm not sure we have anyone else right now on the lap. Because Spider-Man has invalidated, so I guess our next, I want to say racer, is going to be one of these guys currently on the outlaps.
So Grex is near the front. Palazzi is near the front. Quaminator is pretty close to starting his lap, actually. So let's ride the Quaminator. We haven't seen him yet tonight. He's in 3rd currently with a 1:30.938. That's a pretty good time. It's competitive. Grex sort of at the front right now. And, if you're GP, like, pressure's on now. You kind of need to get up there and be near Grex, because he's one of the guys that's threatening to close in for P2.
I'm gonna invite someone. We're gonna solo a bit.
Oh, you gotta invite somebody to the
race, the guy who doesn't have his account.
yeah. I had a suspicion that would happen. Quaminator making his way through Sector 2. He's got that DRS wide open. Bombing down that very long straight into the chicane. Takes the curb nicely. Kisses the apex there. And gets on the power nicely on the exit. Very important. Get on the power early here. You're carrying a lot of speed through this section. And this turn here pretty much flat out. So you want to make sure you're on the power as quickly as possible out of that corner. Really, you can stay flat till just about where Quaminator did lift there, and this section a little tricky. This corner very difficult. The car just constantly wants to get away from you, and it does. Quaminator spins it. And that's exactly what I was saying. The car just carries its momentum so heavily to the outside. It's very easy to go too far and end up getting a spin. So Quaminator, unfortunately, loses that lap. JJ is invalidated. GP on a run.
Yeah. 3rd sector. No time set yet by him, so let's see where he can put himself.
Needs a good run here. He's got a little bit of traffic up ahead. Shouldn't be an issue, though. GP looking solid right now. Hitting every apex perfectly, so this looks like a really good lap from GP. It's up to P6, so not too great, but he's right there. Could easily get to P2 with some improvement.
Yeah, I mean, he's P6, but he's only like half a second behind P2. So
Yeah.
there's Grex, who's on his own right now, and honestly, there isn't much of a gap after that.
Palazzi on a lap? Looks like he's pushing.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Looks like a good lap. Really hustling the car through that chicane. See his split for sector 2. He's up a tenth and a half. Not enough to get to Grex, who's now at a 130 flat. I think that was an improvement, wasn't it? He was at 130.2 before, I think.
Who?
Grex?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Palazzi. Looking really solid here. He's got a couple more turns to go. And we'll see what kind of time he sets here. Can he close up to Grex, or can he maybe separate himself from the rest of the field and hang on to P2? And does improve by quite a bit, so that's a nice cushion he's got now. But I'd suspect that that's mostly track evolution. So
JJ in P3. Terminal in P2.
No, Terminal with a really good lap. Gets ahead of Palazzi there. That's a really good run from Terminal. Shame we didn't catch that one.
Yeah, I mean, he was P7, I believe, before, let's say, but it wasn't me. The first run was a medium, so yeah, now that he did his run on softs, there was quite a bit of time to be gained there.
Spider-Man on a lap. He's sitting P15 currently with no lap time. Streetbird is now in. Who is Radar DeCaptain? Oh, DeCaptain, yeah, he was here last week. Okay. Spider-Man just about to finish his lap. He did go purple in sector 2, but it's been a glitch for years, so see what the time actually is. P7, so I doubt he went purple. It's well off the pace there. About a second down on pole. But only, really, I mean, Spider-Man is within half a second of P2 and he's P7, so I think this is going to be a pretty good race.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, it should be a good race. Honestly, it's one of my track that I love. I'm pretty good at it, so yeah, you'll really have decent racing with pretty obvious overtake spots. Couple tricky corner team time. Like, I know I usually gain massive time in the first sector, so usually I love racing here because I could get a run to the straight. So yeah, I'm expecting to actually have a good night of racing here.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. We do see when a few cars are pretty close in pace that it ends up creating a lot of back and forth. Like we saw that on Monday, like guys were switching a lot, like trading places.
Yeah, I mean, there's pretty much nothing you can do against DRS and battery down the straight.
Yeah.
You get a good exit out of the turn before that.
Well, Streetbird about to do his first flyer. Let's ride on board. Also known as DeCaptain. Pretty quick last week, so expect this, I would say, based on what he would expect, probably a top 3 here. Wow, Terminal's lap is really, it's held up nicely. He's still sitting P2 at the moment. If he can build on that, and Grex maybe is kind of maxed out here, I think Track Evolution, though, will give everybody an improvement.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that they held out. I think they're faster than the lap I did myself. So that's a testament to the speed these guys have, even in Tier 3. Yeah, but I did a 130 flat, so not quite as there. So yeah, Street Bird.
Street Bird. I don't think. I mean, he doesn't really have time for another lap. So
No,
this is it.
one shot quality.
Yeah. Not bad though, P4.
Yeah, who needs multiple runs?
Alright. That's good news for Terminal though. Terminal's lap holding up nicely. Let's try to figure out the order here. We got Grex. Looks like Palazzi at the front of the group. Yeah, let's go to Palazzi. Then we'll go to Grex. And then I think Terminal? Terminal's had a spin. That's not good news. Feeling the pressure now. Shocked him. He shocked himself. He's like, I can't believe it. Dude, I got a push, and he's gone and spun it. Caught himself out. Been there though, you know. You put so much pressure on yourself. It's so easy to just make a mistake because you're trying so hard to get every little bit. Palazzi up just under a tenth on his previous run. That would be enough to get Terminal. So Terminal needs an improvement as it stands to keep that place. Hey, get. Cat.
BX Lousy now almost 3/10 up. So if he can gain in third sector as well, he might actually challenge Grex.
Just a couple turns left. Pretty important turns though. We'll probably lose a lot of time here to get these ones wrong.
That seems good.
He did it. He's ahead of Grex.
Sub 130.
Grex gets it back by just a tenth.
Grex wasn't going to let that slide.
Terminal now coming to the end of his lap. It said he was up 3/10. GP Collins gone into third. Good lap from GP there. Oh, a little bit of wheel spin for Terminal, but he's heading to that line at a good speed. And he does. He gets his teammate. Oh, P3 only, though.
Yeah, but
very
so
close.
Yeah.
Very close.
So yeah, we have a bit of a space because
nope.
Quaminator had a spun, had a spin, and JJ is validated. So
that's it.
Yeah, Jay Kelly didn't manage to do a lap.
Okay, so let's just run everybody through this real quick. 129.8 for Grex on pole. Let's run all the way down here to P9. He's less than 3/10 off pole position. Oh, sorry, that is not right at all. It's 31. I'm thinking 31, but still within a second, basically, of first place. So the top 10 spread out by a second here, and obviously the DRS and the slipstream here, big effect. So I think we could see a very large group of cars fighting for the win here tonight.
Yeah, and 2/10 between top three.
Yeah.
Yeah, there, unless some weather storm, whatever you want to call it, happens, there should be a lot of action.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Last week was pretty fun, but I think this track, it looks like everybody's a little more competitive. Definitely the front three going to be duking it out. GP as well, I think, will be in the mix. Pretty good racer. Alright, I'm just gonna step away for a moment, grab a drink. I'll be back.
Okay, so we had a quick ready up.
All right. Back. Did someone ready up early? I guess so.
Yep, pretty much instantly. But yeah, nothing too unusual.
Oh, someone else has joined. Jay Kelly. Is he new?
Yeah, he joined late in quali. Didn't quite. He pretty much. He ran out of time on his outlap. So he didn't actually set a time.
Oh, he's lucky.
Yeah.
At least he gets to race.
So nothing too much unusual. Everyone at the top 10 on softs. Pretty much everyone else on mediums. There's Northern Canuck who decided to stick on the softs.
Not a bad idea, because as long as no medium guys get in front of you, you can kind of get away from the medium guys early.
Sure, but I still think the medium...
Yeah, I would have done it.
Give you the opportunity to one stop, or at least the flexibility to switch it over if there's a safety car or something.
Yeah. I agree with you there. I definitely would have taken mediums from 11th, but I can kind of see the thinking. I maybe just... Honestly, you may have just not had time.
Yeah, sometimes just Jeff is an asshole too, so...
Yeah. So, Augustus taking his grid slot right at the back. His teammate, Grex, on pole. Ready to go racing here in round 16 of Tier 3. It's the French Grand Prix. A little bit of glitching there. 5 lights on. And they're off. Good start for Grex. Looks like a really good start for Terminal. He got a shot at P2 here. And the slipstream down the straight could help him as well. He's got a good shot of the field going into turn 1. Any contact. It looks like everybody threw pretty clean. GP has had an absolute abomination of a start. He is down to P11. What on earth happened to GP?
He had a slow start, which... by having racing with GP and a couple of barely and a couple of times starts isn't his strong suit. And we have Romeo just spun into and collected GP in the meanwhile.
Oh no. It's all gone downhill fast. Poor GP.
But, yeah, what I was saying, GP's starts are not his strong suit. And I was actually, fortunately, I say on him because he was like P6, so I thought I was going to get a good view of the old field. He just played it super safe into the first game and just got passed by more ambitious drivers.
Mario taking a look. He is up a lot, up to P7 already. The championship leader. I guess I really do think that's his intention was to just start on the mediums and carve through the field.
Yeah, +7 place already.
Clawminator trying to make a move here, and he's got Mario hounding him as well, so very important for these guys to try and separate themselves from the cars behind. We got some really quick drivers trying to move through the field right now. Mario, Jay Kelly, GP is going to be a problem once he gets it together.
Private and Clawminator going too wide into the first corner.
Trying to use that battery. Whoa, he gets cut off pretty hard. Oh no, they've made contact and they're out. Mario is out. Jet Jew is crashed him into the wall. I'm not sure that was intentional by any means, but GP is going to be relieved to see that safety car.
Safety car, safety car. Oh, I'm not
Crunchy.
sure. I guess,
Crunchy's made his stop already, so.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much it helps. I know I've talked to you about it last race.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much it helped to get the free pit stop early, because you're still throttled by the delta. You cannot go just catch it up and gain. Like, I'm not sure how much you gain time by pitting early or at the same time as the leader.
I think it would be a situation where, you know, you just missed the pit exit and it's literally the safety car is called and it gets out and collects you before you ever had a chance to go in the pits, right?
Yeah.
Like certain tracks where the pit lane's in a really awkward spot compared to where the pit exit is, like maybe Spa or something like that. I don't know. I guess most guys are pitting, it seems. Someone has stayed out. Who's that terminal stayed out? Interesting move.
Yeah, I didn't thought about it. Yeah, lap 1. Yeah. I
don't
guess
think
I
his
would
mediums
be
are going to the end,
medium.
though.
No, I'd probably switch it to pretty much a one-stop medium.
Yeah.
So the thing is, you lose out. Oh, I'm not sure I would think. Yeah, no, I was confused a bit. Yeah, I was about to say you only lose. The only downside with it is you lose places to the guy who started on the mediums, and you become on the same strategy as them. So you just lose.
Yeah.
The guy in 12 and down who started the back just gained 10 spots each.
I don't think this is a bad move for Terminal, honestly.
I mean, that's a great gamble.
It's worth it, I think, because he could get another safety car and get another cheapest stop somewhere else. And he's got a buffer behind him. He's got, you know, what, 5-6 cars on older tires. Obviously, the mediums at some point will become better than the tires Terminal is using, but...
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to disagree. I'm not sure the old argument is relevant here. It's 2 laps. I'm not sure that made that much of an impact. Of course, he's on a faster compound, so he got like probably 5 laps to create a gap.
Yeah, and he's got pace. Like we saw, he's close to pole position, so I think he could do some damage with this. I don't think it's a bad thing, and I think these guys on mediums and all the other guys behind them being on mediums, like it's going to be a few laps before he's under any serious pressure.
Yeah, the more we're talking about it, more I like it. Because, yeah, Grex and PX Lozzi just 100% lost 5 plays, 2 guys who are going to be on the same strategy as them.
And it's going to be a long time before they have an advantage over the guys in front of them. Like, you know, it'll only be a few laps from the end of the stint before it becomes obvious that their tires are in better shape.
At that point, it won't be relevant.
Mm-hmm.
So much racing will have happened, it won't be relevant.
It looks like we're going another lap, so...
But I've been wrong before. So.
Well, I mean, it could rain even, who knows? It doesn't look... I wouldn't say it's clear, but certainly doesn't look like it's going to rain quite yet either.
So, yeah. But, yeah, I'm actually not sure what happened to Mario, actually.
Mario was ridden into the wall by,
I know there was a contact before, yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't think it was Jetju's fault. I think, like... Jetju... I think someone closed the door on Jetju, and then he was kind of in a clumsy spot, and... Like, he was... Like, the angle... So, like, into turn 1... his line was so poor, the angle was so small that when he made it through the corner, he started drifting hard to the right, and Mario had seen the slow pace, obviously, and tried to go around the outside. And I think honestly it was just understeer. Like Jetju just understeered towards Mario and caught his rear wheel, and then they ended up sliding off into the corner there. It's honestly a very bizarre place to crash out. Like, generally you're not going that fast through that corner because it's kind of a chicane. So it was a little odd the way that, their momentum just carried them straight toward the wall there, the way the contact happened. And it was on the stream. I got it on the stream, so you check that out.
Alright, so Terminal create some space with safety car, about to restart.
Yep. Oh, he's gone off the track. Can't be doing that. He's gone.
Oh, that's early.
Yeah, it is.
I did not expect that at
But he
all.
caught them napping. He caught the whole field napping. Look at the gap he's got. I think he's done that right. He's really only got Jay Kelly to worry about. The rest of the field has been caught with their pants down. Terminal's got like a 3-second lead on third place. Nice job. Check out some of the racing further down the field. We got Canuck, Grex, and Palazzi putting some pressure on Augustus here. Wheel to wheel there. Grex trying to go around. Trying to make that move stick.
Oh, great exit out of the corner by Grex.
Yeah, I think he's got him here.
Turn went a bit wide, so yeah, the move is done.
There's Palazzi pulling out to make a move on... is it Grex? Yeah. Did he get Grex?
No, he got the
Sorry.
Canuck,
Yeah.
And we have JJ and Street Bird who also went too wide in there. Not sure who passed to, but yeah, they're fighting it out.
Well, the more these guys fight, the better this is for Terminal.
Sure. Just need to put a gap, so anything that will create a gap at the back is good for him. That's without a doubt.
Look at this chunk of cars here. They're so close to one another. Augustus at the front, and everybody else behind just trying to find the right line to make a move. Oh, there's...
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Did not expect the field to slow down that much since it was all bunched up.
I think he's gotten he probably has a little bit of damage, but I don't see any pieces missing on the end, so might not be too bad overall. Looks like Augustus really getting picked apart here.
Yeah, I'm on board with Spider-Man, and he has on his the blue pitting lights, so he's gonna pit this at the end.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
It's the light. It's pretty much it's a pit window light, so he probably had Jeff tell him to have an alternate strategy, or he called him to pit. So yeah, you have damage for sure.
Look at this, JJ and Augustus going wheel to wheel. Man, it looks like JJ's got the place. Nice job. Grex trying to get a move done on Dutch here. And he does. Jay Kelly has caught Terminal very quickly, though. Terminal now has 6.5 seconds to third. Yeah, not a whole lot more to the rest of the field, because really everybody's running quite close to one another. So, in my opinion, I think if Jay Kelly gets a move on Terminal, I think Terminal's kind of just got to let that go and just keep driving in that clear air for a while and hope the field spread comes towards him more.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing with Terminal is he's now in the gap for DRS.
Yeah.
And just being enabled there, so yeah, that could get a bit dicey.
Yeah, he's going to have some work to do. Although, if I'm him, if I was in his position, I don't think I would fight Jay Kelly too much. I would I mean, obviously you're kind of like,
We have three guys
it's
pitting.
tricky.
We had Spider-Man with no advantage. Street Bird is the one which Spider ran into, so I guess he had damage too.
Yeah.
And Quadminator also changing his wing, not sure. I didn't get that one. Yeah, 3 cars getting damage on safety car restart.
So is it a glitch where if people join late, they don't have a helmet? Because Jay Kelly doesn't have a helmet. He's going around the outside of Terminal here, though. He's trying to get that lead. Terminal defending it. And he keeps the place for now. He's not really losing too much. Grex did take a few tenths out there, so...
I didn't know about that glitch, but I kind of like it, actually.
It's hilarious. Have you not seen it yet?
Nope.
Oh, yeah. He's driving around with just the fire toque on. I guess toque isn't really the word, but it's our word in Canada, so... The ski mask. The fire mask.
Jay Kelly making a move on Terminal.
Oh! Did he nearly run into him? He nearly did, but Terminal... I think this is going to work better for Terminal if he just tucks in behind and tries to keep some DRS for a lap or two.
Yeah.
That'll help him. Gap
Until the end of the stint, yeah. But he's already on the DRS range within the corner. So, yeah, these softs are probably ending.
JJ is hounding Searcy right now.
A bit of contact with Searcy here.
Oh, and everybody getting loose through that corner. The Aston, the Red Bull and the Mercedes all looking a little twitchy here. Trying to get something done. Can they get it done? Seriously trying to defend that. Moves to the inside. Oh, and he hasn't really left much room at all for Crunchy there.
Bit of contact there.
Yeah, it was a little clumsy. GP's now in the mix. GP trying to try and get it done. And, Crunchy's been passed again. Did he give it back, maybe?
Yeah,
I think he did.
Yeah, he braked pretty hard. So, yeah, I guess he gave it back.
Because he was off the track.
Yeah, that's my guess, too. Probably a good call, actually. If you think you deserve that spot because of unfair defending, whatever you said to the steward after the race, you don't take the guess to get an illegal overtake.
Yeah, did Searcy let him back through again, though?
No, he's still behind.
No, but Searcy, Crunchy slowed down, and now he's back in front. Like, Crunchy did the overtake on the outside of the track, and then...
Okay, I missed that one,
Yeah, I think he may have let him back in front, maybe saying kind of, like, because Searcy sort of put him there. He didn't really... Like, really, it wasn't illegal from Crunchy because he was kind of pushed there, right?
I mean, and it kind of happened fast, but... Yeah, seriously, pretty much, he tried to put himself between, I think it was GP.
Yeah.
And Crunchy, so not knowing he was there, so who's to blame? Is it a second defending move? Is it not? I would have to get him back.
Searcy really getting picked off here, though. Like, Augustus is now going through. He's really struggling for pace at the moment. GP darts out from behind JJ. Now he's ahead. I think GP is a little ticked off at the start of this race. He looks like he's fired up.
Yeah, it's a man on a mission. We have Grex and Terminal fighting at the front.
GP's not that far off the lead, honestly. Like, he's done a good job recovering.
Terminal in the pits, he had enough of his softs. He was almost 5 seconds behind Jay Kelly, so the pace advantage of these softs were long gone.
GP is closing in on Dutch now, too. He's doing a nice job keeping these softs in good shape. GP is flying. Like, I'm looking at the rear wing of Dutch right now, looking out the back. And how quickly GP has closed on him is pretty impressive. Oh, I think GP is driving without a helmet, too.
I mean, he's an old man. It's his vintage look.
Yeah, he's trying. Got his. Oh no, I think he's got his helmet. And maybe just the coloring or something. GP
Yeah.
gets it done. Nice move from GP. GP is all about safety. He's got his helmet on.
I mean, is it though? He's famously defender of the fuel refueling.
Yeah.
The pit
That's
refueling.
true. Yeah, that's true.
Will argue pretty harshly everyone who argue with him about safety, about that.
Yeah. Prefer we don't barbecue the drivers in the pit lane.
I guess that's a debate for another building.
Yeah.
Because I can already hear him say that, why does it work in IndyCar and NASCAR, but not in F1? I can hear his words in my ears. It's a debate we had a couple times.
What's the difference between NASCAR, IndyCar, and F1?
Yeah, that's his argument. That
The country of origin, I would say, is the only difference, so I can understand why. I think it's like it's an old school racing mentality, right? It's that like, this is the way it always has been. It's part of the strategy. It's part of racing, but it is encouraging excessive fuel burning, right? And I think that's sort of the stance F1's taken on it. Obviously, there is safety risk involved too.
a yellow flag in the first sector. Spider-Man had a bit of a moment on left turn 2.
Terminal's closing on Searcy now.
JJ making a move on Dutch. Straight.
No! Did they touch? I think they touched.
Yeah, I didn't have a great camera angle on that one.
Neither did I. It was a little bit of a weird angle, but I did see. It looked like one of the cars ended up off the road there. I think it was JJ. So that's good news for GP. He's broken the DRS behind him. JJ picks up a penalty. So, guys that haven't pit, now they're starting to think, do I keep... Well, I mean, obviously GP's got something to consider, but do I go for the safety car? Do I hang on? I don't think GP can really go much longer.
The question here is more, do you want to pit now and pretty much use another set of mediums and be safe with it? Or... But no, okay, never mind. I'm going to rephrase. There's two kind of guys. There's guys like Jake Kelly and Dutch who start in the mediums. We're going to run it until 16 or 17 to do one stuff. And there's a guy, he's... I guess, yeah, Grex and those guys will do the same. I was about to say, maybe they can pit now and use two set of fresh medium instead of old soft nailed medium. But, yeah, I guess the pace advantage of the soft in the end of the race is worth pushing those compounds a little bit.
So if GP were to pit now, I think he'd come out ahead of Canuck, which would put him in
Never mind. Jake Kelly's pitting. Oh, so two stop?
My. Well, if he puts softs on,
he doesn't have a choice. He started on a medium on these. Oh, on R's. Jake Kelly going on to the R's.
That's very interesting. GP is surely pitting for mediums at this point. We watched guys run this strategy on Monday, so I think GP knows it works. He's going for it. Yeah, the medium tire. Where does Jay Kelly come out? Let's find out. Oh, he nearly went over the line there. He's lucky not to get a penalty. Terminal closing on him, so Terminal's done his pit stop. And he's caught up to Jay Kelly. That's not too bad for Terminal. The hard tires will take a moment to get working right, too, so Terminal's really got to push here to try and close up.
I'm actually not sure they would get working at all.
That's a good point, but Terminal looks
I'm not
very
a
sloppy
fan
at the
of
moment.
I'm not a fan of hard compound.
I
Generally,
think, yeah. I think you avoid them at all costs, honestly. Like, they just don't work. There's like one track they work at.
but yeah, I guess maybe didn't have a choice because
JJ's had a huge moment here. And he hasn't even pit yet, and he's lost places now, so that's very bad news. Jay Kelly's gone by.
that's unfortunate.
Well, I guess he has pit technically, but he probably needs to stop again,
There's
honestly.
still there's another stopping strategy.
Yeah, he's pit now, so Terminal goes through. Checking with Augustus. GP is pit. GP in the points on a fresh set of mediums. That's great news for GP. Let's ride. Let's watch GP here and see where he comes out compared to all these guys in the pits at the moment. Say he's gonna jump most of them, well, pretty much all of them safely, and then he's gonna get Augustus quite easily. So that puts him about 9 or 10 seconds off of the front runners. Not a bad recovery at all. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say front runners, but Jay Kelly and Terminal, who kind of are, I guess, the net front runners at the moment.
Yeah, it's fair to say. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's got to get by Augustus, and then after that he's got clear air, but there's penalties involved, and 3 seconds for a lot of the guys ahead of GP, so those could grow. GP could close the gap. Could definitely do some damage for sure. Let's check in with GP. Going to make a move now.
No, it was a bit too far. Got a great run at the chicane though. Yeah, I'll try it.
Might as well. He's got the grip. And he gets it done.
Oh,
So
the front
everybody
runners
pitting
all
now. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting. That's what I said. Maybe 2 sets of mediums so you don't run them off instead of going into the eyewear with that set and finishing us off. Oh, that was dicey for Terminal here. That's a dicey pit lane exit in general.
It is.
So yeah, he almost collided with Grex, and Terminal would have been at fault there because the car exiting the pits has priority.
Yeah.
Brakes, make the moves with DRS on Terminal.
Gets through. Fresh set of tires, so Greg's sitting in a good spot. He's got a little bit of work to do to catch Jay Kelly. Should be on, though. Palazzi's got a pit still, and that'll put him probably behind Terminal, I would think. But ahead of GP. So GP looking at P5 is his position at the moment, so he's got to do some work, try and close that gap down and see if he can capitalize on the penalties.
Yeah, at this point, just sets down the race. At 5th place right now is, I'm guessing, more than expected at the end of the first lap.
Mm-hmm.
At the back, we have Street Bird, Northern Canuck, so flattening it out. You're gonna be close enough for a move. Oh, yeah, he was, but Street Bird had a bit of a spin on the exit.
Yeah, he's lost it there.
Smashed the Rolex ad. Advertisement on the way. for good measure.
Street Bird also has no helmet.
He's the one that will join late.
You know, Jay Kelly did.
Yeah, Jake Kelly and Street Bird both join late.
Right, so we know
During
for
the
sure that that's how the glitch comes.
I mean, for sure. It's my stat course and says that a two-time event isn't like a certified actual fact. But yeah, it's a pretty strong hypothesis.
It's a bigger fact, and it's certified by Biga. So
okay, it's a bigger thing. I like it.
It's Biga certified.
Joining late, coming out of the pits with a soft compound.
That's how we motivate people to show up on time. Hey, you want your helmet on the stream? You better get there on time. You show up late, you're gonna drive around with no helmet.
But you know what? I think I would be the guy to voluntarily join late to
Just
have that unsafe look.
Yeah, just so you could get on the stream without a helmet. I don't have to wear a helmet if I show up late.
Alright, so yeah, PXLZ come out between the two Ferraris on fresh off, so 10 lap to push, close that gap to the lead.
I think he could do it. He's not that far off.
Yeah, and Gregs and Kelly are pretty much fighting right now. So yeah, I don't see why he couldn't do it.
Oh, Greg's nearly. Not quite enough, though. When he switches back.
Switch back. That was a great idea. I was about to say, he only late to stay close to get DRS after in the first straight, the pit lane straight, but if you get the move done beforehand.
They're still side by side here. I think.
And Greg's
oh, wow.
DRS?
Really? Must have just been through the detection point.
Yeah. I thought that, okay, the detection point is pretty early. It's before the pit lane, so yeah, maybe he was behind at that point.
If Jay Kelly can do anything here, I think those hard tires are just not that great at the moment. Spider-Man's pit, though. He was in a battle, but he's gone into the pits, so go back to the front. Might be good news for GP if PX Lotzi there ends up squabbling with the guys in front, slows him down a little bit, and maybe GP can pump in some laps and close in.
Yeah, I know PXLZ is burning through the gap terminal.
Very quickly.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only fight on track. There was Street Bird and JJ. JJ just made a move on the straight.
Yeah, not too much else going on at the moment. I think in a few laps we might see some action, but...
Yeah, PX is... He's gaining fast enough. He's probably going to have a shot in the main straight. And Jay Kelly is trying his best to keep up with Gregs on the yards. Just a bit away from DRS. JJ with the fastest lap on the medium. I think making a move on Northern Canuck in the meantime. Jay Kelly with a penalty. That's not going to help.
I think GP's lost a bit of pace as well. He's dropped off a bit after he closed that gap down.
I just saw PXLZ, it was like 2 tenths in terminal. so I guess he had a look in the chicane.
A yellow flag.
Yeah, Kwame there. I think, I'm not sure what happened. And GPS spun in the third sector.
Oh no.
Classic commentator curse from Marbella.
I get everybody. I got him last week too. Oh, who's this? Jay Kelly! Oh, he's lost his whole front wing and he's just gone past the pit entrance.
No, that's unfortunate.
Oh my goodness.
That sucks.
That is extremely unfortunate. He is in dire straits now. He's basically, I might even put him out of the points by the time he gets that sorted. Well out of the points, I think.
Yeah.
He's got a long way to go.
Too far-fetched. But yeah, we have PX Lozzy on almost already side by side with Terminal. So he's gonna make the move at the end of the straight. And yeah, from now it's pretty much a race against the end of the race. Time against the clock for PX Lozzy.
Yeah.
8 laps, 6 seconds.
I think he can do it.
I mean, if I remember in the beginning of the race, the soft lasted pretty much. We're good, maybe 5-6 laps.
Yeah.
We need to gain time quick. Because yeah, of course we're now on the end of the race with lower fuel weight, but he ain't got until lap 27.
No. He's taking a little bit of time out, but you really like to see him taking more if you think he's actually going to get there, right? Jay Kelly has still not made it back to the pits. He's already out of the points.
Yeah, he's limping side of the track.
Looks like he's going to stay in it, though. Claminator's pitting as well. Just the medium tires giving out on him.
Yeah, I know he spun like 1 or 2 laps ago, so maybe he picked up damage there inside. That he tried to hang out there and he decided it wasn't worth it. No, it doesn't change his wing. Never mind, I'm done.
Yeah, maybe just thought he'd get a fresh set of tires, but obviously that's putting it at the back. I don't think it's a great strategy if you think you're going to get a point for that. Let's check in on the penalties. We haven't looked at those for a while. So 3 seconds.
JJ making a move of Dutch.
JJ carrying a penalty. Dutch not. Crunchy Chewy has 6 seconds. And Terminal with 3.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to steward that shit. Coordinator spun coming out of the pits and voluntarily crashed into a wall, causing a safety car.
Oh, I was just gonna say he had 24 seconds of penalties as well.
Yeah, he cut the corner from corner 2 to the airpin, trying to crash his car in the wall. That's unfortunate, but for the fact that it can cause safety car and severely affect the race, that's why it's illegal to do.
Exactly. So you completely changed the scope of the race now. By
I don't have footage of it because I'm not recording my own stream, but I'm gonna have to report that.
Just press your share button and then save the video clip. Yeah. There you go. Save the clip. I mean, honestly, we have to hold people to a standard. It's not like we're trying to cause problems and rat people out, but you can't do that. It's so unsportsmanlike because it affects everyone else. I get it, like, everyone gets frustrated, but you know, gotta have some common courtesy as well.
Well, it doesn't work. Yeah, never mind. Does it work? Oh,
Couldn't save the clip?
Didn't work. Never mind. The stewards, and I mean me, gonna have to take my word for it.
No.
Maybe it worked. Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm gonna catch it, but yeah. So safety car, everyone on softs, and drag race to the end.
The guys that didn't pit, I guess they're going in now, yeah. Okay.
Oh, I'm expecting everyone to pit.
Yeah, I think so. Just some guys already did their stop. Alright, so I guess we're probably it's going to take a while for everyone to catch up here. So I don't think we're going to go racing at the end of this lap. So it goes. Yeah, that's pretty frustrating. I guess it depends how long your clips are set for. I think they're by default by 15 minutes, right?
No, I think when I got my PS4, I set it up to an hour, so it should work. But it's the fact that I had to press it like, I set it like the share button. If I hold it, it brings up the menu. If I press it, only screenshot. But I had to hold it for like a minute for the menu to appear. And the first time, I didn't have the option to video clip. The second time it works. So I'm not sure if you're gonna clip it from the last hour or from the time it worked.
Yeah. Well, hopefully.
We're gonna see.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It very easily could have been caught by me if it was, but...
Yeah, it's happened. I just saw the yellow flag in the first sector, so I went there to see it, and I saw it banging the walls, so...
Yeah.
Anyways, no hard feeling, is just... for the sake...
For the integrity of the league, honestly, really, it's just that simple. You can't just turn a blind eye to things like that, right? So yeah, another lap, right? Yeah.
Right. Yeah, not everyone is catched up, so yeah.
Okay. I'll be back in a second.
So yeah, I'm alone. Big guys. Away. And yeah, we're doing a virtual circle behind the safety car. Top 7 on the softs. What penalties are like? 3 for terminal, 6 for crunchy. For entry. Yeah, it's pretty much 4-lap race. And we're gonna start racing on lap 25, so 3-lap race to the end.
All right. 3 laps to go. Sprint to the finish. Except for Spider-Man, who's probably going to really regret that decision.
Yeah, I'm not sure where it was beforehand, so... I mean, if it was 13
Guys without
And
penalties love this safety car, though.
yeah,
Great news for them, but when everyone finds out why, I don't think they're going to be too happy about it. That's it, we're racing. Palazzi reacted pretty well. He's stuck to Grex nicely. Oh, and he sent it down the inside. Did he touch there? It looked like there was a little bit of contact. And that's put Terminal in position for a move.
I was regretting it, but yeah. They shouldn't go side by side.
Oh, Terminal slides across and takes that place on the switchback, though. Palazzi. Oof, what a switchback. Gets it back from Terminal.
And my man Greg at the front is super happy about this. Let the guy behind him fight. Let me create my gap at the front.
Especially when they got penalties, too.
GP just took his first penalty.
Yeah.
It's not a great time to do so.
No, he would have been in a really good spot to gain from this, but
side by side with JJ.
Yeah. JJ sends it. GP keeps the line for the inside, and he keeps the spot for now, but really under pressure here.
Yeah, GP, great exit.
GP can't get to the inside line here. He's got to try to hang it on the outside now. Can he do it? No, he has to tuck in. We got Crunchy and Terminal pressuring Palazzi here. Both carrying penalties, though. Crunchy close enough to take a look. Is he going to send it here?
Yeah, without DRS, it's pretty tough. Everyone has full battery, no DRS. You have to pretty much be right in the gearbox to hope for a move.
Further down the field, Streetbird looking to make a move on Canuck.
Oh, bit of a collision.
Oh. That was close. So, penultimate lap. Grex looks like he's got this thing in the bag. Palazzi's trying to close, but he's just kind of stuck with that same delta.
Yeah, you're probably not gonna catch Grex. The thing is, there's gonna be one lap with DRS, so his mind probably should be to keep Terminal behind more than to catch Grex.
Yeah, Terminal though, well, even if he gets him, he's not going to actually get the place, so not a huge threat, but here comes Canuck taking a look, and Streetbird trying to sneak through as well. Nothing doing for those two, but Streetbird does sneak through. So he's ahead of Canuck now. Crunchy Chewy trying to take a look at Terminal. What are we dealing with penalties here? Crunchy Chewy has 6 seconds, so he's not really a threat to Terminal either. Takes a look, but can't quite get it done. Streetbird and Spider-Man now going at it. Streetbird gets that place. Spider-Man slipping out of the points. Might get a few back with the penalties, though. We got Crunchy pressuring Terminal here at the end of the race. Obviously, the penalty is going to be a factor, but the closest action we've got, Streetbird actually, is going after Dutch now, too. He's been on a bit of a charge here. I think he's got a shot at this thing.
Yeah, with the soft compounds. Might have a shot.
Oh, and around the outside. Gets it done. Beautiful move. And then Grex crosses the line and wins the French Grand Prix. Palazzi takes second. Terminal takes third. Crunchy will take fourth for now. Jetju jumps him into fourth. Crunchy drops to fifth. JJ barely misses out on fifth. He takes sixth. GP will take seventh. Spider-Man will take eighth on the penalties. Nice job from Spider-Man there. Hanging on to a few points despite not pitting at the end. Ah, good race. 9:15. That's pretty good timing for, what, 2 safety cars?
Yeah?
Not bad. Not bad at all.
So yeah, Terminal managed to keep his podium, even with the penalties.
So, I'm going to try to remember how to spell these names so we can invite them.
I'm gonna try to.
That's your podium there. Grex takes the dub. Terminal with a nice podium there. P3 and Palazzi will take P2. Get through the order quickly here. Jetju, Crunchy, Chewy are your top 5. JJ 6th. GP is 7th. Spider-Man 8th. Dutch takes 9th. Streetbird with the final point in 10th. Canuck takes 11th. Searcy 12th. Augustus 13th. Jake Kelly DNF 14th. Quaminator DNF. And Mario World taken out very early in the race. Bit of a collision there, and that's it for the French Grand Prix. And Bobby's going to work on getting these guys in for an interview.
Yep.
Chechu missed the podium by .06 apparently.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But fortunate for them all, depending on how you see it.
Yeah, someone in the chat, Jay Kelly's saying,
He's addressing the issue, yeah.
yeah. I don't know if he saw it himself or heard us or.
He was the one right in. They both bid at the same time.
Ah, so maybe he saw that on his stream. Maybe investigate that way as well. Not something we want to see.
Alright, so everyone is here.
Everyone's here?
Yep.
Terminal is.
Yep, they joined.
You're gonna make me do the interviews? I can't remember what happened last week. I think you forced me into it, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm that kind of guy.
Okay.
I mean, I can do it in French, but
I'll translate because I'm good. You heard my French earlier. He doesn't even believe for a second that I could possibly even come close. All right, so we'll start with P3 Terminal. It's been a while, my friend. We haven't chatted in ages. I happened to pop in and broadcast tonight, and you happened to snag a podium. So, how's everything been going for you so far this year in Tier 3? I think you got a win earlier in the season, from what I remember.
I did, yeah. I won in Brazil. Just kind of lucked into that, I think. Maybe a little bit of skill, but mostly luck. I had another podium there. I think the following race, I can't remember what race it was now, but then I've been on a drought ever since, having a lot of shitty performances, just like, lap one, losing a wing on lap one, just stupid mistakes that I could avoid. And yeah, no, France is a track that I've always liked, and yeah, I was happy to be coming here. I thought maybe I might be able to luck into a podium, and yeah, here we are.
Yeah, nice job. You were very quick in qualifying. It looked like you had the pace there. You did a good job in the race, obviously hanging with everybody and making the right decisions on the strategy there. So it worked out nicely.
Yeah, I have
And
a quick question.
yeah,
What was the mindset on the first safety car restart? Because you caught me off guard big time.
So I was going to pit just because I don't know. It seemed silly not to, but um, our our what do you call it? Team principal, T
Hmm.
Money, advised me to stay out. So I stayed out, toughed it out, tried to make it 10 laps, but couldn't. And yeah, then I just gonna try to make those mediums last the last 18 laps of the race. And I was getting pretty nervous, and yeah, luckily that safety car happened, and I could get on the softs and just kind of relax a little bit. Except for the last lap, definitely
Yeah,
wasn't
that was last
relaxing.
lap. Yeah, that's
Oh, man,
last
I
lap.
was not too often I stand up while I'm playing, but I was standing up, like a friggin' 5-year old here, playing that last lap, trying to get that 3 seconds ahead of Jetju. Uh,
Yeah, cool. But I
yeah.
was also wondering about because on the first restart where you led, you start the group like four corner before the straight, the
Oh
start finish
yeah,
straight.
yeah. I
Um,
I figured it would catch everyone off guard, and it
it sure
seemed
did.
to catch everyone except Jay Kelly off guard.
I mean, yeah, he just hadn't. He caught up in those four corners.
Yeah,
You had a great jump there.
yeah. I was telling GP in our chat, I was like, buddy, I'm taking off really early, just because I knew I was gonna be kind of on the back foot, being stuck on them soft. So I wanted to get a little bit of a lead, like pull ahead, because I knew Grex and Lozzie had pit, and I figured if I got a little bit of a lead there, like put some space between me and them. Um, I knew they had to fight through a field of like medium runners, like the guys that were, qualified from like ninth to 10th place back. Um, so yeah, I was just hoping that would give me a little bit of an advantage, and yeah, I don't know if it really did too much in the end, where the safety car happened later on, but it seemed like a good idea at the time. And it seemed to work out then.
I mean, put you on the podium. I think it was a good shout. Can't
Yeah,
argue with that.
yeah, I'd have to agree.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to Lotzi. Finished P2. I think you were on the podium last week, from what I can remember. But good string of results here. Obviously, very important in the standings. We see how tight it is in that race for P2. The unfortunate part is the guy right behind you finished well ahead, so he's got a few extra points in his pocket now. But you guys are all within striking distance of GP, and I mean, if Mario World gets put in a wall every race to the end of the season, then maybe a championship as well. But yeah, I think he's pretty much got a lock on that thing at this point. So, how you feeling after that race?
Um, just I don't know. It was all right, solid race. I made a little bit of an insider move. Grex pit the lap before me. Said he's pitting some mediums. Goes, oh, I should have pitted the softs. Pit the lap after softs. Made up a lot of places coming out. Just for the safety car, got another set on. I
hmm
don't know. It was a bit. I don't know. Just a bit. I think if I had one more lap, I probably could have had him. But it's racing. I don't know. There's not much I can say about that. But it's whatever.
Yeah, I think P2 is a good result nonetheless. Yeah, I think you did a great job, and obviously some very good racing throughout the field tonight. Everybody was quite close. Race pace wise, qualifying there was a little bit of grouping. Everybody was kind of in their own little spots. But overall, it worked out to be a pretty good race, and strategy obviously became a big factor. So late safety car kind of shook things up a little bit, but it was pretty much a no-brainer for everybody at that point just to put a fresh set of tires on. So
Yeah.
kind of changed the whole strategy of the night. But yeah, I think you made the right moves, and obviously a great job there finishing P2. GP finished a little further down the order tonight, so both yourself and Grex had some huge gains. And on that note, we'll move on to Grex, who won the race tonight. Did a heck of a job. We were questioning the decision to come out on the hards, but was that made thinking you knew you had race pace here, that you could make those hard tires work in a sense where you'd be able to pull off a win, or did you kind of question your decision after a few laps?
Um, I don't know if I'm getting confused with Jay
Jay
Kelly, but
Kelly, yeah.
I
He did
went I
medium,
went
medium. Yeah, he
I
Oh,
went
did
did
soft
he?
medium medium.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
It's all good.
yeah, no worries. So I guess obviously that question will throw it in the garbage, but
But I mean, I'm gonna jump on it.
yeah, go
Why
for it.
going? Why I talked about it a bit in the broadcast, but what were you thinking going medium medium instead of medium softs?
Well, I really liked those medium tires, and I didn't know if I could. I just thought that the time I had of those mediums, I found I had such a good pace. I was like, if I had the exact same stint on mediums, I win this race. So that's what I did, and I thought I had enough pace to do it. And I think the pace that plus these softs probably would have picked up near the end there without the safety car, but I think regardless I would have had enough pace because I kept them at a relatively I think around 6 second gap regardless of the tire difference. So I think I had enough pace to win it regardless. So I thought in my head it was a good call, but you never know. The tires were dropping off a little bit more than I would have liked, but it ended up not mattering. So it's all right.
I mean, if tire were going away, I guess it was a great call to go medium instead of soft then. But anyway, yeah, maybe I explained myself poorly. Like my English isn't great. But yeah, really not much to add. It's pretty clean P1.
Yeah, you did a heck of a job. I would say like throughout the night, even in qualifying early, it looked like you had a good chunk of pace over most guys. It got a little closer towards the end there, but it looked like you had the pace no matter what to get the job done tonight, and it was obviously very needed. 25 points goes a long way. Trying to chase down GP there, so I think it's going to be a really good battle down the stretch. What do we got? 5 races left, and around 16. Yeah, we got no 4, I guess. Yeah, 4 races to go, and 25 points is a big haul. I think GP finished 6th or 7th, so you probably gained about 10-ish points on him roughly. So I think that's pretty important. You got 4 races to go. You finish ahead of him a couple times, you can get up into that P2 spot. But yeah, I'd be pretty proud of that drive. And I'm not that familiar with the league. I haven't really seen much of you guys' races this year. So obviously being here last week and this week, just kind of nice to see a few different faces here in the podium. And yeah, great job, everybody. You guys have been racing really well and really clean as well. I found that the last 2 weeks have been quite enjoyable in that sense. Really good competitive racing. So kudos to you guys, and we'll catch you in 2 weeks. Hopefully Sam will be back for that and can run the stream there. Maybe Bobby will pop in here and there, but if not, I'll probably see you guys again sometime down the stretch. And good luck, and hopefully everything works out for you guys moving forward. So remember, to anyone watching, we got a break next week. Everybody's off, and 2 weeks
Except tier
time.
two. Except tier
Oh,
two.
tier 2 is on next week.
We're catching up Netherlands.
Okay. Did it get canceled, or was there some kind of lobby issue?
Glitch 10 laps in.
Okay.
Perpetual yellow flag, so we postponed it.
Fair enough. All right. Well, so tier 2 is on next week. That's a bonus though. At least there'll be some racing for people to watch. So check that out next week, and then 2 weeks time we'll get the full tier 1, 2, 3 schedule going again, and you can catch me on the Monday night. I forget where we're going. We got a few street tracks.
Good old
Canada. Yeah, Canada.
Good old Canada.
Yeah, but we got a few street tracks to end the season as well. I think there's Singapore and Saudi Arabia back to back at the end of the season. So that's gonna be tough sledding if you're trying to improve your position in the standings. There's no room for error at those circuits. So, but thanks everybody. We'll catch you next time.